Hello everyone, I'm Ryan. Well, there's been quite a couple of interesting things that have been happening around. And, well, we'll start with one of the larger ones, and at least something that's been completely fucking taken over Twitter today, and that is the PlayStation 5's reveal. Now look, I have always been a PC gamer pretty much all my life. I never really did care for consoles, as they never really did have anything that interested me, and a lot of the games that I liked was on my PCs. And yeah, I mean, doesn't matter what PC I had, I still enjoyed PC gaming and I didn't really care about console gaming. That was until I started playing Dark Souls. Now, I've pretty much played everything in the FromSoft catalog, at least for the Dark Souls-like games. I've even started Demon Souls on RSPC3, which is a PS3 emulator, if I'm not wrong, if the name is correct, that is. And I was like, okay, you know what, when the PlayStation 5 comes out, I'm just gonna sneakily go buy a PlayStation 4 off of some guy who's just selling it in a hurry and get it for cheap, put an SSD in there, or maybe just a really good hard drive and just, you know, have everything nice and fine and dandy. But these motherfuckers, Sony, pulled the fucking trump card. They straight up said, bitch, here we go, Demon Souls Remaster. Like, bruh, like, already, okay, I've been dying to play Bloodborne, and they fucking pulled this shit, like, bruh, like, literally, just fucking bruh. Like, seriously, if the PlayStation 5 has backwards compatibility, like, bruh, you know I am gonna go straight down to some fucking, like, Chroma or Reliance and get me one of those digital-only PlayStation 5s. I don't care how much of it is, even if it's $500, $800, I don't give a shit, okay? I want Bloodborne and I want that Demon Souls remaster, you hear me? I don't give a shit. And yeah, like, honestly, I would not have cared about this console at all, but god damn it, dude, that remaster looks too freaking good. Oh, god damn it, Sony. Like, again, I don't think I've really even thought about consoles like ever in a hype specific way, but god damn it, I'm actually getting hyped because, again, like, that rumor of the Bloodborne remaster is not a confirmed thing. I mean, hell, it could be a misinterpreted Demon Souls remake. So, god damn it, sorry. I really don't want to buy a console, but now this is just too enticing. But anyway, that's not the only thing that I guess happened in this week, or things that have been interesting. So, another thing, as in the last time I did something like this, I talked a little bit about, you know, working out in a way. So, it's actually kind of cool that now, like, essentially, like, my stomach, or like my abdomen essentially, is almost like pure muscle, like, seriously. Okay, like, I'm trying to hold this in as much as I can, like, literally, like, hold it in. This is it. Like, in the past, I could, like, literally, it would be, like, much larger, and I could, like completely suck that shit in. Now, this is pure muscle, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, damn, our bodies are so freaking cool, man. Anyway, speaking of bodies that are pretty freaking cool, Baki Season 3. Now, look, Baki, well, it's pretty much a great show. If you like a couple of things, if you like some really extreme gore, some really extreme muscled men, yeah, it's pretty fucking good. I mean, it tries its best to remind you that, hey, you know, maybe these characters are heterosexual, especially Baki, the main character with his girlfriend, but you know you're there for those big fucking, yeah, baby, you know, that kind of shit. So, it's pretty good. It's, another Baki season. I don't really know what else I could say about it, because essentially it's a building season, because I'm guessing the fourth season is probably the final season, because it's basically ended on the fact that it's pulling some of the first season the first season idea, where the prisoners again escape. So that could be pretty interesting. Season 3, I think overall just animation quality-wise has been different, because the past two seasons, in some of the fight scenes, what they did was a mix of like 2D and 3D. This was a pure like 2D season, but instead they basically, this is the one thing that's interesting about Baki, is they like keep amping things up, like slowly like changing your anticipations and just the craziness of the show. Because again, the show is wild. Like even the main concept is essentially, well, Baki, his dad is literally the strongest creature. Oh no, not the strongest man, he's the strongest creature. Baki is technically the strongest man, so basically in the first season, like a bunch of like hardened death row criminals escape and basically want to come fight Baki so that they can go fight Baki's dad. And yeah, it's pretty freaking wild, and like just everything about the show is pretty wild. And I don't know, in some areas, like when I was watching Kengan Ashura, it seems similar, but for some reason Baki just like sticks in my head for some reason, or it's just far more memorable, or even the characters and all that. Like I can actually remember who these characters are, like what their motivations are. It's odd, I don't know. Like again, Kengan Ashura has very similar kind of like themes and motifs, but it just doesn't have that same impact that Baki has. And I think maybe it's a due part that Baki is really freaking gory, man. Like there's a scene where essentially like you can literally see a dude's like fingers being like cracked open and like just seeing the flesh and bone just sticking out. Like that's fucking crazy. And again, there was actually probably much worse stuff in like season 1. There's literally a scene where there's like a dude who, I don't remember what exactly happened, but literally this entire like full part of his face is completely ripped off and he's still fighting, which is pretty fucking crazy. But yeah, no, like it's not like gore for the sake of gore. It's actually quite tasteful in a way, which I know sounds odd about gore, but no, they actually did a pretty good job over here where it's impactful, right? Like the fights are far more intelligent than just being pure, just like fucking power fest or just going, who has the much more like who has the strongest fucking punch or something. It's more actually a lot of tactics here and there about the different type of kempo or martial arts kind of style. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. So I think with the 4th season, that's again my guess that the 4th season is the final season, and I think it could go out pretty well. Or at least the main thing now is I actually don't know how it's gonna end. I really don't know. Like I can't, really put into perspective about who I think will win, because now it basically season 3 ends where Baki finally gets acknowledged by his dad, Yujiro Hanna, basically again the strongest creature on Earth. He gets acknowledged by him when Baki challenges him for a duel. So that could mean some pretty crazy shit, because see, Baki himself, we actually don't see him fight that often. And it's not like he's an overhyped character. No, he has skill. It's just that the other characters are pretty entertaining even within their own fights, that even if it's not necessarily the main character's fight, everything is so, like, I guess, high production and high quality and just, like, kept to the same level of, just overall quality, that even if it's not a main character fight, it's still really good and really fun to watch, especially Muhammad Ali Jr. Like, his introduction, or more like his purpose in this season was interesting, I guess, like his character. And it kind of just shows, to me at least, that what an athlete would look like, kind of joining a world like as crazy as Baki. And yeah, it is quite heartbreaking as to what happens to him eventually, which, yeah, I mean, again, sucks, but still, I think the season's pretty good. It's, to me, more of a story-building season than a full-on complete season. So, I'm guessing the 4th season will basically tie up everything, hopefully, at least. So, yeah, Baki Season 3, pretty good. I mean, again, if you liked the previous 2 Baki seasons, this is really not that any different. It's crazy, it's wacky, and of course, pretty freaking brutal. So anyway, yeah, that being said, well, thank you guys for watching, and, well, I'll see you other guys later. Peace.